Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video. So I'm finally going to make some like movie related content for this channel, and I'm going to be doing my ranking of the Harry Potter movies. So yeah, growing up I was a big fan of the Harry Potter movies, especially the first three movies. Um, I remember getting the first one on VHS back in the day from my granny, and yeah, ever since then I became a big Harry Potter fan. I've seen the second and third movies in the cinema. It was like a school trip. And I've got a weird feeling I've seen the Goblet of Fire as well, but that's not like I don't remember that one. I remember watching the first two in the cinema. The Chamber of Secrets and Prisoner of Azkaban, number two and number three. I remember watching those in the cinema, but I'm pretty sure I watched Goblet of Fire. I just don't remember it as much as two and three. But yeah, I've been a big Harry Potter fan, since then, since the first three movies, and I rewatched them about 2 or 3 months ago. Maybe I was watching like one every single week, sometimes two in a week. So it took me just over a month to watch all the movies. And yeah, I kind of got a little bit more of an updated opinion on the movies. So yeah, I just thought I would do a ranking. So yeah, just take what I say with a pinch of salt. This is just my opinion. I might not explain things too well because I'm not that great at explaining movies. Like I'm definitely better at talking about video games than what I am talking about movies. But I kind of thought I wanted to, I thought I wanted to bring like movie reviews to the channel basically. Just for something a little bit different because I ran out of things to talk about with video games, and I just wanted to talk about some movies. So number eight, I'm going with Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part One. Yeah, like I always remember this one being one of my least favorites, and yeah, rewatching it, I thought this movie was just extremely boring. Like I just could not get into this movie at all. It just went at such a slow pace, and I just really wanted the movie to be done. Also, forgot to say, I'm probably going to put it in the title anyway, but it's going to have spoilers in it because I'm going to be talking about some of the important things that happen in each movie. So it's going to have spoilers. So yeah, keep that in mind. But like I said, I'll put it in the title anyway. But yeah, it just went at like a really really slow pace. Like I don't know why they had to like, put Deathly Hallows like split it into two movies. They could have just made like one like 3 hour movie instead of like two like what over 2 hour movies. They could have cut out a lot of stuff. Yeah, this was just like a lot of talking, a lot of not much happening. Just hiring the guy looking for the Horcruxes. I can't bloody say that word. But yeah, you know what I mean. Looking for those things. And yeah, it just went like a really slow pace. Like I was just falling asleep in this movie. I just wanted this movie done. I wanted to go on to Deathly Hallows Part 2. Um, yeah, so I guess like the main thing in this was Dobby dying at the end, which yeah, I guess it was kind of sad. Like I'm not like a massive Dobby fan. Like I don't like hate him or anything. I just think he's just there. Can be a little bit annoying, but it wasn't as annoying in this movie as what he was in the Chamber of Secrets. I thought it was a little bit annoying in that, but again, not terrible. Um, so that was like the only thing really. I can't remember like too much more. I mean, obviously there's more things happening, but just quite a lot of boring stuff. Like, did he fight? I think, yeah, he fought a snake in this, didn't he? I think, or was that part two? See, I don't have a clue. Yeah, really boring. My least favorite Harry Potter movie. Really boring. Couldn't stand it. And yeah, I'm putting it at number eight. Eight and seven are really close. Like, but I'm giving the bottom slot to part one of Deathly Hallows. Just couldn't stand it. I was really boring. Number seven, again, it could have been my least favorite, but and I think I remember this being one of my least favorites, but now I think it's number seven. I think the Half Blood Prince. Yeah, again, the same thing with Deathly Hallows Part One. It was just really slow, like really just not a lot happening in this movie. I just thought it was really boring. The main thing was Dumbledore dying, which obviously was quite sad because Dumbledore's a really likable character. Um, yeah, that was really the main thing. Like I know, again, there was other things happening, but I just thought it was really boring. There's nothing really that memorable about the movie apart from, like, say, Dumbledore dying. And I suppose the last like 20 minutes of the movie were pretty good. Maybe 25 minutes. The last 20, last 20 minutes to half an hour, maybe I'll give it that. Maybe it was a little bit more like entertaining or a bit more, stuff happening. But the rest of the movie was just dull. And again, I wanted it to end, like I really, really did. So yeah, I'm putting that at number seven. Number six, I am going with surprisingly the Goblet of Fire. Yeah, I'm actually really surprised with this. This movie just wasn't as fun as I remember it. I always remember this being, pretty good, better than something else that appears in this list like higher up, which is very surprising. Yeah, Goblet of Fire. Like I like the whole like trials, like when Harry has to do like the trials and things with the run away from dragons and like the underwater section. There's like a maze and things. That was all pretty good. But the thing that put me off this movie was the amount of like, it's kind of like obviously because the actors and characters are more older now, so it's like the more like romantic kind of stuff going on with like Ron and Hermione and stuff. Like he pretends not to like Hermione, but obviously he does, and Hermione's going out with that other dude, and I guess Ron's kind of like jealous. So you've got that romantic kind of thing, and I don't know. It spent like for me way too long on that. I just wanted them to get to the trials. So but yeah, it introduced one of my a really good character. I was gonna say one of my favourites, but I wouldn't maybe not go that far. But obviously you got Mad Eye Moody, who I think was really entertaining. Brendan Gleeson. I think he was very good in this role. I just thought he was really, really entertaining. He was just so bloody. He was deranged. Didn't really know what to expect from him. He was just a really crazy like teacher. But yeah, I thought it was very entertaining. I really liked Mad Eye Moody. But yeah, like I say, it's an okay movie. Again, the last half an hour was pretty good, but yeah, that's like just way too much of the romantic side. Look at the ballroom like dance kind of thing. It was just wasn't for me. So yeah, not as good as I remember it. So I'm giving number 6 to this movie, the Goblet of Fire. Number 5, I'm going for the Order of the Phoenix. Now this one kind of surprised me. I actually like this one more than I remember. Like I always thought this was one of my least favourites. Now I think, well, obviously I've put it above Goblet of Fire, which I would never expected. Yeah, I always remember this one just being quite boring. Uh, but it did have some like boring parts and stuff. But I still think this one was a pretty decent entry actually in the end. I do like the whole Order of the Phoenix gimmick. It was pretty good. The was it the room of requirement? I think that was it, wasn't it? I believe. Yeah, that was a whole like cool gimmick. I did really enjoy that. I didn't like Umbridge. I could not stand Umbridge. Credit to the actress. She played a good role. She was so bloody annoying. So yeah, I think that was good because that was probably the intention. You weren't supposed to like Umbridge. You were supposed to hate her and find her annoying and really wanted her to get a comeuppance. So yeah, fair play to them for that. I also introduced Luna Lovegood, who's one of my favourite characters. I just freaking love Luna. Luna's awesome. Everyone just thinks she's a bit mad, but yeah, she's she's a very likable character, very mysterious. But yeah, I love Luna. Luna's great. So yeah, what else happened in this movie? Not I wouldn't say like a massive amount of like stuff happened in this movie, but I did like it. I did like it more than I remember it. I did like the room of requirement. I thought it was a cool thing. Obviously, like Harry like training people up to like fight against Voldemort because Umbridge isn't teaching the students because she's kind of on par with the bad side. So yeah, Harry has to like teach him like himself in case Voldemort comes back. So yeah, I like that. So yeah, I think Order of Phoenix is it's okay. It's an okay movie, better than I thought it was. So yeah, I'm giving that number 5. Number 4, I am going with Deathly Hallows Part 2. Really enjoyed this movie. Quite a slow start. First half an hour, 40 minutes, I thought, don't tell me this isn't going to be as good as I remember it. But yeah, it did pick up. As the movie goes on, it did pick up. And yeah, overall, I thought this was a very good like conclusion to the Harry Potter movies. The whole battle at the end with Voldemort was absolutely epic. Really, really good stuff. A lot of good stuff with like McGonagall just really really stepping up her game because she's kind of like the more obviously she's a teacher, so she's kind of not into like conflict and stuff as much, but she really like ups her game in this, like really ready for battle. Um, very very good stuff. Obviously, get the sad scene with Snape dying, who they made Snape look like the bad guy, but it was the whole twist that he was actually meant to die. So yeah, I really liked that. It had the whole like pact thing with Dumbledore, how he he was meant to die at the opportune moment as well as Harry. So yeah, I really liked that. Again, just the whole like epic finale was just just amazing. Like, I really liked it. Um, so yeah, I guess not really much else to say. I'm not good at talking about movies, but yeah, I thought it was a good ending. So I'm gonna go with that. Number three, I'm gonna go with Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, or the Sorcerer's Stone if you're from America. But yeah, it's the Philosopher's Stone over here. Yeah, this is important. This is about the Philosopher's Stone. Anyway, uh, yeah, like obviously, like this movie's not aged like too well because obviously the actors and like the characters are really young in this movie, so it's a little bit cheesy and things. The acting at times maybe a little bit questionable, but I still think this movie's got a hell of a lot of charm and personality. It's just a fun movie. Can't really take it like too seriously like anymore, but I still think this movie is a hell of a lot of fun. It's still my third favorite. And hell, obviously the first movie, the first one I had on VHS videotape. So I watched this so many times. So this movie is just like riddled with nostalgia for me. I like Professor Quirrell as the villain. I thought he was very entertaining. He was like stuttering along with his dialogue. I just thought it was funny. Um, yeah, just a good start. A good start to like a very very good, enjoyable franchise. Like I say, just a little bit cheesy. That's the only thing with this movie, but I still like this movie quite a lot. And yeah, it's my third favorite movie. And number two, I'm going with The Prisoner of Azkaban, which is a lot of people's favorites. Which I can see it. It's an absolute phenomenal movie. It's definitely like a darker, like feeling movie. Um, so yeah, I just thought this was really good with the whole like Sirius Black. He's escaped from Azkaban. He's coming after Harry. Like I don't know, I just like the whole thing where everyone's panicking about Sirius Black being loose. This murderer who obviously turned out to be not a murderer at all. He's actually a good guy. But yeah, I love Sirius Black was great in this movie. Gary Oldman. I really like Professor Lupin. Very very good. Is it John Frillis or something? I always forget his second name. Is it? It might not even be John. His first name. I think it is John. John Frillis. He's in a lot of movies, and I really like him as an actor. Yeah, Professor Lupin's great. The whole gimmick with him, turning into a werewolf at night was really cool. And you got Sirius Black could like shapeshift and turn into like it's really like black like wolf, which is just looks absolutely cool, really really cool, terrifying, but cool. But he's on your side in the end, so it's not quite so bad. Professor Lupin as a werewolf looks creepy as well. Yeah, I think this one for me is pretty much almost like a perfect movie. Almost. The only thing I don't like about this movie, I usually say movies start off slow. This for me, the last half an hour, I think, kind of brings the movie down a little bit because they do the whole like time traveling thing, and it's just something I don't like in movies. Time travel, I just think it's overdone. Like I liked it in Back to the Future because at the time it wasn't like overly done. Like nowadays, I just feel like a lot of movies to go with the whole like Back to the Future, time travel thing. I just think it gets boring. Well, not Back to the Future, Back to the Past. Sorry. And it just kind of, yeah, just going back to the past to like fix things and like change the future kind of thing. I just don't like that as much in movies. Like I love like the Avenger movies, and I did enjoy Avengers Endgame, but they did the whole time travel and thing. They kind of ruined that for me. Like I still enjoy Endgame, but I just feel like they could have done something different rather than like time travel. I don't know. But anyway, I'm not talking about bloody Avengers. I'm talking about bloody Prisoner of Azkaban. Yeah, the last half an hour, I think they could have done something a little bit different. I just feel it kind of like dragged on a little bit with the whole time traveling thing at the end. But apart from that, absolute phenomenal movie, very entertaining stuff. Um, yeah, just really good movie, in my opinion. Almost my favourite, but that brings us to my favourite, and that is Chamber of Secrets. Freaking love this movie. This is like the almost perfect like Harry Potter movie. Yeah, it could have something to do with nostalgia again. This is the first movie that I saw, well, first Harry Potter movie I saw in the cinema with a school trip, and wow, watching this in cinema was just absolutely phenomenal, especially like the ending bits with like the basilisk and stuff. It just it was so epic. remember watching that in the cinema and just being absolutely blown away with that, as well as the creepy part with the spiders. Oof, yeah, watching that in the cinema wasn't great. It was creepy as flipping hell, but anything to do with spiders just creeps me out. But yeah, I just love this. Like the whole Chamber of Secrets gimmicks just absolutely fantastic. You know, with Harry Potter like hearing voices, and then later you find out it was like a basilisk going around in the walls and things, and basically like traumatizing people by like staring at them and stuff, and just turning them basically petrifying them. And yeah, just it's just a really, really good gimmick, and the whole thing. Like, people think Harry Potter's behind it all because they find out he can talk to snakes. Because that's obviously like a slithering thing, talking to snakes, like an evil thing. So yeah, they'll all suspect Harry and things, and Hagrid gets blamed, and yeah, a lot of people get blamed for this until they find out the truth. But yeah, it's just a phenomenal movie. Just absolutely love this movie to death. I love Professor Lockhart as well. He's just a fantastic like character. Like he's just a fraud. Like he makes up makes himself out to be this like really heroic guy, but he's just a fraud. Like he does nothing of the things that he says. He's just a fraud and a coward and a cheat and a very very entertaining character. He's just a goofball, but he's just a lovable goofball. He's like one of my favorite like Harry Potter characters, to be honest. Like I like a lot of Harry Potter characters, so I don't really have like a list around, but he's definitely one of my favorites. He's probably my top 10 somewhere. Yeah, Lockhart's great. Snape's my favourite. If in case anyone's wondering, Snape's my favourite. But yeah, Lockhart's great. He's a very funny character. Kind of sad that he's not in like, any other movies. I'd love to have seen him return at some point, but yeah. So yeah, I just say a fantastic movie with the whole like say this the whole part with the spiders was great. Aragog, very creepy. How to like follow the spiders and things, and yeah. It still gives me chills just because of the way it looks. The spider, it's just creepy. You get like a close-up shot of the big spider, and I just don't like it. But it is great. Let's say the whole final fight with Basilisk. Basilisk looks fantastic as well. Tom Riddle as the villain as well was cool. Yeah, pretty much perfect movie and my favourite Harry Potter movie. So anyway guys, yeah, that is it. Thanks for watching this, guys. I just thought I would do something a little bit different. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Again, I'm not the greatest at talking about like movies, but I hope I got my point across. Let me know in the comments below what is like your list of Harry Potter movies, or you don't have to like do a list. Like put down what would you say is your favourite and least favourite Harry Potter movies, or you could put down your favourite and least favourite characters, or anything like that. And yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and yeah, I'll catch you all in the next video. See you guys. Thanks for watching.